here and say a word or two. I just want to make everybody aware that there will be no voting here today. We will meet in committee on Monday. And at that time, we will vote it up or down in committee. And if it comes out of committee with a majority vote of the voting members at the committee, it will go to the floor. And that will be on the 20th. And that's when we will vote it up or down. That's the way. I just want to let everybody know that not to be expecting us to call for a vote here after a while, because we're not going to vote. This is simply for discussion. There's some members that said they were kindly maybe on the fence on it and wanted some more knowledge and an opportunity to find out more and be able to ask some questions. So with that, Chairman Baker, I'll yield to you.
Thank you. I'll call the meeting to order. Are there any visitors that would wish to address the Budget Committee before we begin this? If not,
we do have a couple of folks I think are going to speak.
Okay. Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you. Chair, if you would, introduce
This is Andy, and he is one of our participants in our services, and I'll let you just talk a little bit about your involvement with the Honor McNabb Center.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a little history of myself. I, from early age, from around 12, 13 years old, was got involved with drinking and using drugs. Not going through all that, fast forward to about 2007, got in trouble and was facing a felony drug charge, 4 to 6 years possibly. I came to New Hope not because I thought I needed it, it's because it's what the lawyer told me to do. And a week later, after I got in trouble, I had a son born who was disabled, had a paralyzed right arm because of cerebral palsy. So needless to say, I was a wolf pup, really struggling. I came to New Hope. Actually, Ray was one of my counselors along with Scott Lee. Like I said, I didn't think I needed to be there, but within a couple of days, I knew I was in the right place. They took me through, and for the first time in my life, looked around at, the position and where I was at, and, what part that I had in that, and how that, how detrimental all my actions and everything have been, and, really just turned it around. It's been, as of July 13th of this year, I've been clean and sober for 5 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And that's a direct result as of New Hope. Also, I'm vigorously involved with the NA and AA program in the area, which is very good. But the advantage to a place like New Hope, in my eyes, is that when you go into an AA and an NA meeting in the area, it's not policed because, it's attraction for people who have problems. You come into a treatment center like New Hope, they walk you through this, and there's some atonement. There is some people have to answer for their actions. It's a safe place. And had I not had that, I feel like I'd be dead. I dare say anybody in here has been close to or knows somebody that has dealt with addiction or alcoholism, and it's a serious thing. A lot of times we use it in context of jails and crime and all that, and treatment helps that, but also an important thing is, honestly, to my core, I believe they saved my life. I have a wonderful family. I had a wife who stuck by me through it all. To this day, I'm gainfully employed. Actually, somebody's crazy enough to let me watch over 4 of their restaurants. I'm a district manager for a company. We have 4 rental properties, 4 children. Seems 4 is my magic number, I think. But actually, when I got 4 years clean sober, I was scared to death. But anyway, I can't say enough about it. They, like I said, I still attend the aftercare program, going on 5 years. I help them out whenever meetings, anything I can do for them. They've been just a godsend.
Andy, thank you very much. I know how difficult it is sometimes for people to come and talk to complete strangers, and I appreciate it more than you know your willingness to do it. So,
I'll just reach right back out.
Thank you.
Erica, I'll let you introduce.
Thanks.
I'm Erica, I'm a case manager with McNabb, and this is Christina. I work with her and both of her children with case management. Hi, I'm Christina. I have been with McNabb for a little over 2 years now. I started out in the Knoxville office. Been through quite a bit of stuff, so we've moved a lot. Been to the Knoxville office, the Sevierville office. Then this one until they opened the Cott County office, which is where I'm at. But I kept my case manager. She's been with my children and myself for probably about a year and a half now. My kids have some pretty severe issues with themselves. It started out with just one of my kids under their care. We've finally gotten him stabilized in a residential facility. Erica has helped us through a lot of things like finding resources, community resources, like if we're struggling with our bills, food, you know, anything, schools. She comes to the schools and works with my kids at the school, which is a big help to the school too, because if I can't get there and one of my sons, say, my youngest son tends to shut down sometimes. And when he shuts down, there's not many people that can deal with him. So, like, if he has a meltdown at school and he shuts down and I can't get there, Erica can go to the school and she'll go and help kind of coax him back to where he needs to be so he can go back to class. Due to my kids' circumstances, I have recently had to be put on medication myself and start going through therapy myself. Had it not been for Erica and McNabb, honestly, like, I would probably have had a nervous breakdown by now. I've came pretty close. Erica has been there for me to cry on her shoulder many times. In-home therapy, you know, she's had to step back a couple of times for my kids to do the in-home therapy, but even at the end of the day, when that is over with, my kids tend to respond better to Erica than they do most people. They look forward to their therapy with McNabb, which says a lot because especially with my youngest one, he doesn't like to talk to anybody. He's a very, very shy little boy. But since Erica's been working with him, he's opened up. His teacher actually last year said that he finally spoke in front of the class for the first time the entire school year, which was a big, very big deal for him. So I don't know what the purpose of this meeting actually is, but I'm grateful for the McNabb. And I honestly don't know that I can function with my children without them right now. So,
well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, thanks.
Any other visitors that would like to speak? Okay. We'll go on to new business, and that'll be the discussion of the Helen Ross McNabb request. First of all, how many clients did you say you have?
1,100 a month, and that's combined adults and the children and youth. We're running about 525 a month at the adult center, and then right around 450.
Is that counting you twice? Is that
That is
1,100?
one individual, so it's counting individuals that we see
1,100
monthly.
individuals.
11, yes.
And it continues to grow. The services continue to grow.
We have 2 intake days a week at the adult center for addiction services and psychiatric services there, and we have 1 day here, and we don't have, intake day was today, and it's as busy as it has been since we came in 2008.
Is there any way to get an approximate guesstimation, I guess, of what effect this has on the local jail, the fact that you are here?
Well, I think we just heard from one individual that, you know, where he may have ended up had he not had services.